Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome finally to some dirt racing inside iRacing. Yes, today we are jumping in with the all-new 2026 Season 1 content, this time around in the FIA Cross Car. Now, I've got a bit of a theory at the moment. I think over the course of 2026, clip this, I might be hilariously wrong, I think dirt road racing inside the sim is going to make a huge comeback. I think they've been working behind the scenes. We're going to see a few updates and bits and pieces like that is kind of going to revitalize, because currently, as a whole license class inside the game, it's pretty damn dead at the moment. I mean, I don't think I've done a dirt road race apart from the Creator Series one we did. I don't think I've done a dirt road race inside this game in probably about 2 years at this point. So, yeah, it's hopefully going to be a bit of fun to jump back in. I'm here at the all-new Lucas Oil Speedway on the Wheatland off-road layout. First of all, if you haven't bought the new content yet, don't make the mistake I did. I accidentally bought Lucas Oil Raceway instead, first of all. So I sorted that all out yesterday. I jumped in the sim this morning, went to load up the Rallycross track, and it didn't look familiar. So that's when I realised, yeah, that I bought the wrong track, and I had to buy the correct one. So just double, triple check that you make sure you purchase the right one as well. But yeah, of course, if you're new and you do enjoy iRacing content, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed to the channel. We are trying to get to 2.5k here at the moment as well, but I've got no idea what to expect from this thing, so I'm really looking forward to jumping on out there. Well, as always, first of all then, we've got to do a quick audio test. I mean, look at that. It revs up to what, about 12,000 RPMs. That's pretty good going. And of course, weighs next to nothing as well. I would assume this thing has got a bike engine in it, revving at that kind of, level inside the sim. But yeah, obviously, pretty much the only thing people ever rallycross inside this game is basically the VW Lite. Obviously that they kind of gave to everybody for free because no one was using rallycross. And then also occasionally like the Pro 2 and the Pro 4 trucks. So I'm really hoping this is kind of, going to give people a bit of interest, try and revitalize a bit of interest inside the sim, as we are heading to heaven, apparently. No, there you go. Ooh, got to be much more careful over the jumps with the steering. I broke the cardinal sin there of not steering when you go over a jump. Always try and keep the steering wheel straight, which we'll try now. There you go. That's a lot better over the second jump as well. This is a really cool addition. Obviously, just these horrible little jumps that you've obviously got to try and keep the car planted over as well. But yeah, I must admit, I remember when I first got onto iRacing, I was really hoping, because I think Rallycross had only been out for about 2 seasons at that point. We're talking a long time ago now. And I was really hoping to kind of get into it, and it just, pretty much is dead, isn't it? Which is a real shame to see, because, I'll get it out there as well. Back on dirt, I was, I think, ranked 7th in Rallycross when they did their esports tournament. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with that on the Xbox platform. So, I was really hoping I could jump in on iRacing, and maybe, pick up my skills where I left off. And, yeah, sadly, it's just never quite been the case. Ooh, easy. But, yeah, this thing is really good fun, though, to kind of just chuck around. Let's see if we can try and nail this jump this time. I think you have to blend out slightly on the way up. But you obviously want to make sure you clear it on the other side as well. That was pretty good. Maybe could have had a bit more throttle on the way in. This jump, I believe, is basically flat. Yeah, there you go. You want to be clearing that one pretty comfortably. And then over the little ones, I mean, can you just... Yeah, you can't just melt your foot to the floor. You have got to be a little bit more careful over that one as well then. But... yeah, I'm really hoping, obviously, that as we move into 2026, at least, kind of for the first season as well, people are going to want to jump in with this car. Of course, it is free content. Everybody can jump in with it. That's why I've got a little bit of faith, a little bit of belief that maybe we're going to obviously see some big step forwards over the next couple of seasons. And, I think Winton now has got a rallycross track as well, which I might have to jump in with in just a moment, because obviously that circuit is free content as well inside of the sim. So yeah, really cool to see we are kind of getting a little bit of love on the rallycross side of things as well. Which, you know, like I said, if the interest is there, I would love to make some videos on, as well as apparently I'm making love to that tyre on the inside. Got to be careful. Oh, got to be careful with that one as well. But yeah, obviously we jumped in with the Porsche Cup car out at Adelaide yesterday. I was kind of, it was a bit of a toss-up whether I wanted to do Miami or this today. But I figured, you know, this, you know, new car, new track, everything like that. I wanted to give it a bit of a go, and then obviously I'll jump in, well, with Abu Dhabi, sorry, Miami even, I should say, you know, over the next couple of days as well. I'm getting my iRacings and my Gran Turismos muddled up, because obviously Gran Turismo, well, at the end of last week, obviously we got Yas Marino. Whoa, on that game, you have got to be square over those, don't you? You've got to be really, really square over those to make sure you get through, and like I said, manage the throttle, everything like that. But yeah, I must admit though, obviously 3 big jumps over this course as well, so you know, it is quite a good fun one. Obviously the car, I don't need to worry about reviewing that in terms of should you buy it, because you don't have to. The track though, ultimately still, unless you're like a huge rallycross nut, maybe you've got like a league that you race in with friends or something like that, or you know, like something that is going to be using this track a lot, then by all means go for it. For, you know, ordinary folk, maybe it's not the best purchase you can make in the world if you're looking, you know, for kind of high popularity and everything like that. I do think it's a good dirt road or dirt off-road circuit inside this game as well. And, you know, it's fairly wide open. It's, you know, a lot better than like Wild West Park, I hate with a passion, inside the sim. So yeah, this I think is a lot more fun than that, for example. But of course, yeah, this place, you know, I do struggle to kind of see how you're going to get, well, too much interest in it, as there you go, finding the grip, obviously over the paved bit over the jump. Right, steering straight. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Well, even then still, it gets a little bit loose and lively by the time you get down in towards the final one. So yeah, I must admit though, like I said, this track is going to be good fun to kind of jump in and drive around. I might end up doing some challenges around like different cars, how can they go around here, things like that as well, because I would assume that first jump is now the biggest one we've got inside the sim. I'd have to double check. Maybe like Sonoma's rallycross course is a little bit bigger still, but I would assume that this one's got to be right up there now, so that could be quite good fun to kind of do some challenges with as well there. But yeah, I must admit though, the car, obviously, you know, you have got a lot of power right up towards the top end. You know, it weighs next to nothing, so you really can't kind of kick it around the place, you know, slide it around, everything like that. And it seems, you know, it's, again, where it's got a short wheelbase, it's very, very responsive. Even there, you know, where I'm trying to kind of see how much I can kick it out, you know, it is still kind of finding the grip again. So obviously you can control it a little bit in the air as well with the throttle and the brake. You know, just saw there, nudge the throttle when you're trying to get close to the landing, and it does lift the front up a little bit more. So I think it's going to be, you know, one that is easy to learn, difficult to master, which I think is exactly what you kind of want on the rallycross platform at the moment, because ultimately, you know, the VW and everything like that is good fun, but you know, the Pro 4 truck as well is just normally chaos inside the sim as well. But this thing, wow, is, yeah, really, really good fun to try and hoon around a circuit. And obviously, you know, somewhere like this that's fairly fast and flowing as well. You know, you've got a good combination of slow, medium, fast speed corners as well. Pit lane's a little bit funky, but don't think we can really complain about that one too much either. As you can see, we are finding a little bit more pace as I get a bit more used to it. Whoa. As well there. As always, I think with the like the rally content, the dirt road content inside the game, the big issue I think most of the time is just how kind of spread out the packs are. You know, because you've got some people that obviously practice quite a lot, and then other people that just see something that's available in 5 minutes with a 6-lap race and think, you know what, I'll give that a bit of a go as well there. So, oh, there you go. That's how you take the jump. Just get the back wheels touched down through the exit. And then over this jump as well. Again, basically completely flat. Oh, trying to leave it. 4th gear definitely seems to be the way to go. So we got a little bit loose on the way in, but luckily able to gather it up there without too many concerns. I think, yeah, for the most part, 4th gear is probably your best friend throughout a lot of this track. Apart from here, where I keep trying to do pirouettes, apparently. But, yeah, I mean, it's all the other bits and pieces as well. Track limits don't seem to be too bad or anything like that. I think I've caved the steering in. Oh, man, I think I've stove the steering in. I want to head over to Winton, though, and just quickly see what that's like as well. Well, heading out then here at Winton, I'm so intrigued to see where this track goes. I haven't seen anything about this. I never even actually read it in the patch notes as well, but looks like this is going to be a combined kind of tarmac and dirt course. So, yeah, that was the other thing I did think with the Lucas Oil one is there's no Joker lap or anything like that. So, yeah, unfortunately, I guess it won't really work in Rallycross or anything like that, so it will be kind of interesting to kind of see in what series that's used. But immediately, this place feels like a bit of a maze. Yeah, it's going to take a few laps to kind of work out exactly where you're going, and I feel like if you're maybe a beginner or something like that, it's going to be a bit of an odd one to try and get used to as well inside of the sim there. So I just apparently picked up a little bit of wheel damage, so this thing... I mean, that was a decent hit on the wall, wasn't it? But it does seem to be made out of paper mache a little bit. That being said, though, the tarmac experience is actually fairly good. It doesn't, you know, it feels like it grips up enough. It doesn't feel like it's just wallowing around or anything like that. Got a fun little jump there. I mean, you know it's always a good rallycross course when you literally need arrows around the place so you actually got any idea where you're going. But, yeah, obviously this one, again, free content. Obviously... You know, I made the unfortunate error of buying Winton when it first came out, and then not long after that, I'm pretty certain it went free, which was, I mean, not a particularly big shame, because it actually then meant people were driving at Winton, but would have been nice to have the credits back, or something like that. The same thing happened with Lebanon, so clearly I'm a bit of a moron for buying all of this content as well. Where does the Joker lap go, then? Obviously, it was still on tarmac. It's quite a long Joker lap, though, here, so... It is a bit of a weird one to try and get used to. This has got to be one of the kind of biggest variety in kind of Joker lap versus normal lap. And there you go. So we're back out then. So, yeah, the Joker lap here way, way quicker then, I think, than the normal layout as well there. As well, I'll kick the back end out a little bit. It's predominantly, though, this is a tarmac rallycross track, so a little bit peculiar. But again, hopefully, obviously, it'll be fairly popular. Hopefully, it'll kind of mean that, you know, rallycross racing here should be pretty good. You've got a decent run down in towards turn 1 before, obviously, the chaos unfolds. You're able to kind of kick the back end out through the first couple of corners. And up over the jump there, only a very, very little jump. Yeah, Winton has been put to shame on the jumps department today. That is safe to assume there as well, trying to get... run as wide as we possibly can up towards the grass. Is the grass still OP? Have you got to try and get like the inside wheel hooked up over the curbs? I think you do a lot of the time as well there. But I must admit, yeah, it's really good fun just to try and kick the back end out as well. I mean, you can pretty much go sideways anywhere on tarmac, it feels like, in this car. So that's pretty rewarding when obviously you get it hooked up as well there. I've just got to remember where my windscreen tear-off is. But... yeah, like I said, obviously, I kind of wanted to just jump in with Winton, see what it was like as well. There was a bit of a final addition to the video, but FIA Cross Car, really good fun. I think they need something like this inside the sim if they want the dirt road experience to kind of become a little bit more popular again. The rally cross cars are quite good fun, but hopefully this thing, you know, it will kind of have to promote a bit cleaner racing as well, because I can't imagine these things, you know, are going to be able to withstand particularly big knocks and bumps and bashes and things like that as well. Lucas Oil, though, it's decent fun. It's a good little venue. Obviously, I can't see how it'll work for Rallycross because you've got no Joker lap, as far as I'm aware as well. So I would say, unless you're a big dirt racing nut, unless you know you're going to be racing on it, you know, in, like I said, in a league or with friends or something like that, maybe just hold off on purchasing that one at the moment. But yeah, the new Winton layout's decent as well. Again, free content. You can't really complain too much, can you, about it as well there. Thank you all, though, so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed. And we will be back tomorrow, jumping in with Miami. No idea what I'm going to take to that venue, but I'm looking forward to it. It might be the GR86, because that thing got a big update for this season.